As he got further away, we lost more and more control, and the next thing you know, this guy's kicking our dog. And then it was like a whole nother issue. That loss of control, it was
scary.
It's so scary. It's the worst. Yeah. It's the worst feeling.
Hey guys, we just flew into New Mexico. I'm here to work with my dear friend Allie. Allie is a professional dog lover. I don't think I've met anybody that loves dogs as much as she does. She had an unfortunate, scary event with a guy trespassing on her property. Her dog wouldn't come back. It was really scary for her. And so now we're doing some e-collar training for her dog so her dog can live a happy, safe, off-leash life here in New Mexico. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys are interested in getting your dog off-leash safely and reliably like we're going to do with Bruce this weekend, you guys can click the e-collar course below or watch this video. And we got some new merch. If you guys are interested to support the channel, let's get into the video.
Hey buddy. Look at bed.
Oh yes.
So when he sees something, it's game over. When he sees another dog, not in an aggressive way, just like, let's be crazy and nothing matters. And so that feels like a safety risk.
The remote collar is really cool because it allows you to remotely communicate with your animal, but you have to have that communication first. Yeah, it's really important to understand. Like, it's hard to learn a new language if you don't have one to begin with. Yeah. So when we get the e-collar on, we're gonna be doing place work, recall work, sit work. It's a lot of the same stuff he's already been doing. We're just layering in the remote collar. And the goal is he feels the stimulation, he knows where it's coming from. That way when he's a half a mile away, when you turn it on and you say come, he knows what to do. You guys, right now you can get my e-collar course for $99 off. We take a completely untrained dog that doesn't have any experience with the remote collar to fully off leash in this course. It goes over everything you need to do to safely introduce the remote collar to your dog at home. Click the link in the description below and use the discount code to get $99 off. And remember, this code isn't gonna last forever, so make sure you get it today. Brucey, place. E-collar's on. Yes, good place. E-collar's off. Okay, break. Levels that you're gonna be using are gonna change depending on your environment. Just like how when we are talking right now, I'm not yelling because I don't need to, right? But then if we cranked up the music or went to a concert, we'd have to communicate a lot differently because of our environment. So once he gets out here, his conditioning levels might go up to a 15. Okay. Yes, good place. Nice work. I might do some what I call tap and turns outside. Okay. We have the long line out and basically we're going one way. I turn and I say come and I tap the collar until he comes to me. Let's go. Good. So I moved up to like a level 6 just because we're outside. Brucey, come. So all I'm doing is I'm good boy. Perfect. Come. Tapping, 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 tapping. Let's go. Tapping, a little bit of leash. Let's go. Good boy. Come on. Good. Come. It's a level 8. It's a little high. Stay down to a 6. So you see him like kind of rear up and get a little like, hey, what was that? That was like that higher level. So we just went down a little bit. Petey, come. Good boy, good boy. So that was a perfect example. You can see how he looks down. So there's a 7. We're gonna go back down to a 6. Bruce, come. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap. Yep, come on. Yes, good. So see him looking at me and looking in the direction. Then he comes with me and commits and it shuts off. It's gonna be really good for recall. Bruce, let's go. Good boy. Good. So it's kind of like recall, but not. It's just a simple directional change. So I'm trying not to use the leash, just this.
Yeah, just that, yeah.
Yeah, and my voice. Bruce, come. Responding to, yes, good boy. Yeah, see how he's like, is that you?
Yep.
Come on. E-collar. Come on, Bubba. So once he commits, so we're gonna go up a little bit. 7. See that change?
Yeah.
Come on, Bubba. Yes, good boy. It's like a really, really, really good example on how that e-collar communication starts to work. I'm like, hey, come to me. He's like, yeah, but like mom and dad. And so he freezes and he's basically just, I don't really want to. So I went from a 4 to a 7. And so remember, a 7 is like just when we start to feel it on our wrist. And you're just gonna feel a sensation. It's not gonna be anything crazy.
Oh yeah, I feel. Yeah.
Okay.
It's like your leg fell asleep.
So that's an 8.
Okay.
So his corrective level was between 8 and 10. That's when he does this like, oh shit. That's what that is.
He can feel this?
Yeah.
That's, I barely feel it.
Yeah. That's what an e-collar like pressure will look like, right? So I always talk about that. It's like, what does the correction look like? What does pressure look like? What does turning it up look like? It looks like the dog not listening and then the dog listening. All right, so now we're having Allie use the remote, so it's really important that the owners know the buttons and the features and get a feel for it, and ask any questions that they need to. So that's what we're doing now to see how she does and how Bruce does.
Brucey, come.
Yeah, that's it.
Good boy. Brucey, come. Good boy. Yes.
There you go.
It really is just a tap tap.
That's it. That's it. So basically 6, 7 recall, well, directional changes. He does good, give him a break. That's
Okay.
it. That's what training's gonna look like for the next week or so with him after
Okay.
I'm gone, is you're just tapping that shoulder and making sure he's responding properly.
Okay.
So we're not really doing full recalls yet. We are pushing this a little bit faster because I want you guys to understand that when you're introducing the remote collar, like, he has such a good baseline personality and behavior. He's not anxious, he's not fearful, he's confident, he's a blank slate. And so we are jumping into things a little bit faster than you normally would see on this channel or some dogs, but this is exactly what e-collar training looks like. It should be fun, it should be exciting, and the dog should be eager to work. Now you might be asking yourself, like, well, my dog would do that without the tap. That's fine, and that might be the actual situation, but I want you to realize that right now we're just introducing the remote collar sensation to the dog. So the objective is for him to feel this and know how to respond to the handler. That's exactly what you just saw here in the demo. We'll pop up the screen again, and I'll be down here talking about it. The dog comes out, he sees my baby, he sees my wife, he goes, I'm gonna go there instead. Handler turned the e-collar on, the dog was like, oh, nope, I'm gonna come back. And that's exactly why we do remote collar training. If you love your dog, you want your dog to be off leash, that's the happiest they're gonna be, and that's what e-collar training allows you to do. Good.
That's a break. Brucey, come on. Good boy. That's a good.
Taylor, why don't you come out to the road and we'll use you as a distraction. We'll do some recalls off them.
Okay.
Before, and correct me if I'm wrong, it was basically saying his name to get his attention, telling him to come, and if he didn't come, it was like, oh, whatever, or we'd ask him again.
Yep.
Now it's different for him, where we're like, we actually want him to take action.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
We want him to actually come to us.
To do that, what we're saying.
Right.
Yep. And then me not being frustrated because he's not doing it,
Right.
and then him continuing to not do it, and there's no solution to that.
So we're recalling off of Baby and Taylor and Abby, and then what we're gonna do, we'll do this a little bit, and then we're gonna copy and paste it out in your backyard.
Okay.
And that's gonna be like a more realistic thing.
Okay.
And that's the area that he normally, like, that's gonna be harder for him because that's where he has used to been like, oh,
Yep.
so it'll be a little challenging, but we'll break through it. All right, so we're gonna go 3 recalls. We're looking for 3 solid recalls in a row, and then we break. So when you're doing this and you're training, just look for those 3 consistent, really good ones, and then break. Because we're looking for, are we understanding things or not?
Good boy. That's
good.
a good call.
That's 1. Okay, go ahead.
Brucey, come.
Nice.
Good boy.
That's it.
Good job. Nice job.
Go ahead.
Bruce, come.
Perfect.
Good boy.
Now give him a break.
Break.
Good. Awesome. Awesome. So now we're transferred into the backyard, which is like the most realistic space they're going to be training in, because right outside of this yard is some property that they have, and so this is really a really good test until it goes pretty much live. This isn't going to be tap and turns. This is going to be like come right
back to me.
Yeah.
Okay. Come.
Yep. Good.
Good job,
Perfect.
buddy. Good job. Good job.
What you want to do is do exactly what you did. You basically have a 20-foot long line, and you do like 5 feet away recalls, 5 feet away recalls, and that's what you'll do. Then you'll start doing 10, and then you'll do the whole long line. And once he gets 100%, 3 out of 3, and then a break, you'll drop the long line. Once he gets 100% on the recalls as the long line is getting dragged, because there's just something about the leash attached to dogs that help them kind of facilitate some of the training towards you. Like, they feel you a little bit more if it's attached. So once you get all of those together, then you unhook it, and then you start to, then it just becomes.
Then we graduate to that next level.
Yep. Then it's everywhere, all the time. Off leash, 100%.
In the arroyo.
Yep.
Okay.
So you're taking it.
That's really helpful to understand that that's the progression.
Bruce, come. Come. Good boy.
Yes.
Good. Come. That's my good dog. Good job, buddy.
That feels great. Looks great.
Yeah.
Looks good. Brucey, come. Good boy, come on. Good job, buddy. Good boy. That's it, that's it, that's it. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, good boy. Good job. Doesn't get better than that, y'all. Really nice work, really nice work. It's the best, so that's what it is, guys. E-collar introduction, off leash. Takes a couple hard days of work, but there's nothing better than seeing a dog live their life completely off leash safely. So that's the most important thing, guys, is this dog can now go anywhere with their family and be reliable off leash. I have an e-collar course. You guys can check the link out listed below, and this exact e-collar you can get on Amazon. Reese, I'm so proud of you, buddy.